We're here on this day here. I think everybody who's into this case remembers this day with the cream on the toy. And it started off good because Bella was enjoying herself in this video. But then she didn't want to partake in it and have the cream on her. And then they forced her to have to play the game and have the cream on her. And then she didn't like it. And then she burst into tears. And then she was sitting next to Shanann. And then I saw it. But anyway, we'll play the rest of the video. And then we'll continue.
Hit it down there.
Hit it, Bella. Hard. Hit it hard.
Bend down and hit it. Come on. Oh!
Nice. Good job, dude.
Ready? Get her in there.
Get her in. Go. Get
Come
her.
on.
Oh,
That's funny.
look at that on my shirt.
Here, Bella.
Hello there, making another little video. Going to look at this piece of footage where supposedly it was the ice cream day, you know, with the toy splatting in the face. And yeah, I'm sorry, Cece was invisible then. And it doesn't matter whether you're whizzing past or whatever, these things don't happen, you don't disappear. Anyway, the bit I'm going to show you is what's happening. Bella was not happy in this video. And she's now sitting with her mum. She didn't like the cream in her hair. Then I suddenly noticed between her and Shanann, there was something in her hair. I mean, you can see her hair's kind of disappeared, but look, that actually in her hair, but behind her. I wondered what it was to start with, but I actually think I don't even know what it is. I've already shown you that there are so many weird things in this video, in their videos. I'd actually made the video and I'm going back. And what I'm doing is I'm adding the second part in at the beginning more. Now, I'm noticing now other things. I wanted to check, well, where did that head start appearing? On the side of her head. See how many faces you can see in there. Slow it down again. See how many faces and people you can see with her head. And as I looked into the footage, what I can see is things happening behind her. You know, like televisions and screens going on under the table. Now it's impossible because the television's up on the wall. There's that bag on the chair. I started noticing more things, which, I'm just going to show you. Look at that thing on the table. I thought it was supposed to be a card, but it looks like a face with weird eyes in it. Did you see that letter come in then? And then under the table. Got to get it right. There. Do you see there's a sort of face? Just on Shanann's shoulder. There's like a person. And then I started it catching my eye that basically there was much more happening underneath the table. We will get there. It took just a couple of seconds. All this happens. I've had to slow it down massively just to show you. So, first of all, there was a sort of two-head thing going on in there. And then I noticed the head coming out of her head. Do you see it? And then her face does that, just so weird. Look, and I can actually, in a moment, stop it on what the person actually, there you go. Looks like Nick. bald-headed friend. Look, it's Nick. Coming out of Bella's side of Bella's face. I'm sorry, I think you'll find this is some kind of hologramming. Or what is that? What is all that? You can actually see, look, where they cut her in. It goes over Shanann, past her ear, up to Shanann's cheek and round. Do you see the black line in there where they've cut that in? And there's somebody in there, but there's that face. I just can't believe that none of you have seen any of these things. Look at that, all those faces in it. I don't know what that is. All I can think of is it's hologramming. Back to that person there that I will explain a bit later on, but I wasn't expecting. I've already made the video. This I'm putting in afterwards. I'd already made the video, which I will obviously play. I mean, what is all this? And anyway, they always give us blurry. Look, there's someone else now behind her on another screen there under the table. By the bag. There's something else going on there now. Most bizarre. I don't know if I can explain what it is myself. Hopefully maybe people can put their answers in, but there's the television right up there, over the table. But underneath it, there's now another screen going on with something else going on there. And you can see that there's somebody on a screen there. And then I notice this. Look, there's a face there. Look, look, look. Oh, there's a man with glasses on there. And then there's that face there on another screen. Another screen underneath the television or underneath the table. Because the table's in between the television, and yet there's another screen going on there. And then these heads and this person comes out of the chair. But actually, when it stops, because don't forget it's just a split second, they've got something on their head and they've got glasses on and they're wearing a white t-shirt just like that bag. Because originally I was going to say it was a person in a t-shirt, but then I realised there was a bag there and I thought, oh well, whatever, you know. Anyway, this is just absolutely crazy. What is all this? Look, there's another face there next to the bag, under the table. And a face there next to Bella on the left. And that television's doing something. Look, they've masked it out, bits of it out, but it's doing something. I'm not sure what that thing is on the table either. Just wonder if anybody's got any excuses for this. I'm sorry, what is that? That's underneath the table. Come on, what is going on? That is not the television. Remember, it's up on the wall. What is this? What are they doing? And then, did you see it? Did you see it? Look at that. What is that? It looks like a mobile turned sideways, but it's quite big because they're not sitting under the table. And that now looks like a face up there under that pink thing. What is all this? Look, it's on a stand or something next to the bag. And there's still another face there. Another face just above on the table. Television's up there. You'd never see it under the table. So what was that thing? And there's still a face going on Bella's shoulder. There's still a face thing going on that screen that's under the table, that you can see under the table. There it is. Look, it's got faces and things on it. What are they doing? And see, the thing on the table has changed again. Do not get funny with me. It's not my fault that this is like this. It's a bit of a shame all of you didn't slow it down and see for yourself. What is all this? Look, what's that? What is all that above Bella's shoulder? And there's screens going on. You already saw that screen on its side looking like a great big mobile in yours. And who's that? Look! On that screen there. Who is that? The television's above the table. In fact, the television's disappeared now. But did you see that person waving? But there's that person there. Look, under the television, under the table. I mean, you've seen the television on the wall, but you can't see it now. You can't see the television. Still somebody moving on Bella's shoulder there. Do you see that? Behind Shanann, behind that chair, which is also moving. Sorry, this is unbelievable, but I'll just play the rest because it was the other part of the face which came up later that I was into, but after seeing this, I'm even more like gobsmacked. Anyway, I'm putting this bit in. I actually made the whole video. I'm going to put this bit in somewhere and then, yeah, we'll play the rest of the video. What is that? I have no idea. Why is that appearing on the edge of her hair? I have seen this before. You see, I think this is how they're hologramming. But I've seen it before, but I didn't really say very much because you just see someone that looks a bit like Chris Watts coming out of their heads. Not Shanann, the children. Anyway, something going on that television up there, but can't really make it out today. I was more looking at what was in Bella's hair. Oh, dearie me. If the police are supposed to forensically test things and know things and look at things, then how come they haven't seen one of these problems? Not one of them have they seen. They didn't even notice that on the video that the house was back to front, the kitchen and living room were back to front, that the garden was back to front, and that fire pit changed in the middle. How can the outside change and not the inside change? And then earrings, you know, nose piercing on the wrong side, scar on the wrong side, different coloured eyes, different nostrils, different people. And they didn't notice any of it. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. They haven't even noticed that the autopsy said she had no surgical procedures at all and no scars. And yet she's got a scar on her neck. So how can this be? How can they have not noticed? There we have quite a blue right eye, left eye to us. But of course nobody's concerned at all that well, a few of us are concerned that she keeps having a blue eye when she's brown-eyed. But anyway, you know, most people don't seem to care at all. You know, some of the answers that I get given for some of these things, like, how does the outside of their house change? How does it reverse? The whole of the outside, but they didn't. Oh, dearie me. What got me today was seeing that face in her hair. These things which appear, they're only there for a second or two, you know, but they're there. Bag on the chair, but when you look at Bella moving and the hair, it moves too. So there it is, do you see? It's like someone behind her. Do you see? But they're only the size of the table. They're under the table. Well, their heads, because don't forget they're sitting down on the ground. So it's got to be some kind of hologram. Everybody can see that. Don't give me strange answers. It's not my fault this stuff's in here. Anyway, leave your comments below.